Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So, today's video is about additional explanation from our Journal of Major Assignment for Industrial Electronics. Before we start the explanation, I want to tell that our concern is about sequence control. First thing first, we would like to introduce you. We are from International Industrial Engineering class. Alright, and there is the member of this group. First is Jawara Hasna, and the second Wika Sekar. Next Indri Sumitra Dewi, and last is Jessica Apriliani. Again, I want to tell you that this slide contains is the definition about sequence control. That is, sequence control is control of the order of execution of the operation, both primitive and user defined. Again, so for the next slide, there are two aspects of sequence control. There are implicit and explicit. I will explain about implicit first. So implicit is determined by the order of the statements in the source program or by the built-in execution model. And the second is explicit. The programmer uses statements to change the order of execution. For example, using if statement. We would explain about level of sequence control first, and the second sequencing with expression, the third statement level sequence control, and prime program. First, I would explain about level of sequence control. So, level of sequence control divided into 4 programs. First, expression. Expression is how data are manipulated using precedence rules and parentheses. And the second is statement. Statement is conditional and iteration statements change the sequential execution. The third is declarative programming, is an execution model that doesn't depend on the order of the statements in the source program. And the fourth is subprograms, transfer control from one program to another. So I would like to give you the expression syntax. Some of the following problems relating to notation or symbol, a lot of in Word, the programming language. First, notation prefix, police and Cambridge police. Second, notation postfix, suffix and reverse police. And the third is notation infix. For example, this is the example of infix, and this is prefix, and this is postfix. This is another example. There we go. Here are our information about expansion syntax, and this is another example. This is about operation, and how we solve the problem is first operation minus multiplication, operator is stars arity minus 2. So this example first is operand 1 is constant 3. This is the constant 3. Operand 1, 2 is operation additional, and operand 1 is data object, variable 1, and operand 2 is constant, this is 5. So the other, and this is the other explanation about sequencing with expression. Expression sequence is how the sequence defined and how it represented. Functional composition is basic sequence control mechanism. Precedence concerns the order of applying operation, and associativity deals with the order of operation. This is the statement level that is divided by 3 aspects. There are composition, alternation, and iteration. First is statements are executed in the order they appear in the source code is composition. The second is alternation, is to sequence from alternatives, so one sequence or the other sequence is executed, but not both, conditionally. Iteration is a sequence of statements that are executed repeatedly. In statement level control, there are three statements which are goto statement, common statement, iteration statement, and first we would like to explain about goto statement. Goto statement is divided into kind. First, unconditional goto and conditional goto. For example, for unconditional goto is go to next, transfer control to next statement. And the conditional goto is if A is 0, then go to next. This statement will transfer control to next statement label if the terms A is 0 fulfilled. And the second is common statement. Common statement have two types. There are if and case. If is the form that using if is divided into types like if condition then statement and if, or if condition then statement else, statement 2 and if. So the case is the condition of a multi-branch if often in replaced in the form of repetition testing of a variable value, as this is the example of case. So the statement is more than 3 in this case. So if A is 0, then statement 1, and else A is 1, then go to statement 2, and else if A is 2, then statement 3 and is. So the third is iteration statement. As for statement, iteration are a repetition, the kind of him as the following. First, repetition with while terms. Example, while testing do body. Second is repetition with value. Example, for imposition, step numerical, until numerical, do body. And the last statement of level sequence, and the last part of sequence control is prime programs. Prime program is a proper program which has no embed proper subprogram of greater than 1. Note, for example, cannot cut two arcs to extract a prime subprogram within it. In the previous slide, we have known that there are many kinds of commands such as if, begin, and while, and other. So this picture is the example of all of them. Thank you for your attention. I'm sorry if I did a mistake. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.